all you lovely people that clicked on this video. I am Brandy Christina and welcome to my channel. I don't know why I'm trying to be all formal or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, in this video, this isn't a tutorial or anything. I mean, maybe kind of, not really, because I'm kind of winging it. I am going to be taking out these butterfly locks because, child, it is time. I just lost the, oh, there we go. Because it is time to take out these butterfly locks. Flutter, 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 take out these butterfly locks. Flutter, flutter. I got a bunch of new growth going on, or slippage, I don't know, all of the above. I got some dandruff going on. There's some lint caught up in these things. Yeah. It's time. So yeah, I'm just going to chat with y'all while I do this. So if you are interested, thank you for watching. These things look a whole lot longer than they did when I first put them in. Like, I do not remember them being this long. Whatever, anyway. Okay. Like I said, this isn't really going to be like a tutorial because I don't really have like a step-by-step on how to take out these butterfly locks. I'm just going to be winging it. But I do know that there are some folks out there that do struggle with taking out these butterfly locks, or just taking out locks in general. And I have taken out locks before, so I don't know. I guess take it as you will. I wish I had like a big mirror next to me. All I have is this little mirror, and I don't really know where to put this thing at. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Bear with me, okay? I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe I should turn my light up some. Can y'all see me? I feel like, hold up. Let me just, 1 second. I don't know if I'm like talking low. To me, I sound like I'm talking low. Hopefully it isn't translating that way, but I think I only sound like that to myself because I am recovering from being ill. So if y'all hear me like clearing my throat and coughing or whatever, that's just a productive cough, okay? I'm coughing up the mucus finally. Right now I'm just trying to find my opening. That's pretty much what I do. Since this is a wrap, I just find the opening of the wrap, pull it away from what I think would be my hair, and then just cut it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this clearly isn't my hair, and it's easier for me to see that because, you know, my hair isn't this color. So I'm just going to cut this blonde part and then kind of just tug at it until it starts unraveling, and that's pretty much how I take out these things. I'm gonna cut again a little higher up, child. Yeah, so anyway, if I'm talking low, please forgive me, y'all. I think I'm talking normal, but I can't tell because it sounds low to me, so I don't know. Let me take this out before I start to chat. Excuse me, let me get a good rhythm going on. Just come out already. Just come out already. Y'all, I am so sorry. All of these bodily fluid sounds that you're hearing, I am so sorry, okay? Let's cut there. Don't need that. I got my plastic bag handy to catch all this hair. Alright, I see my braid. Thank goodness. It means we're getting somewhere. So I'm going to just cut this part off then. Alright, what could we chat about, y'all? I guess I'll disclose to y'all this illness that I'm getting over. Rona's got me, y'all. Rona's got me. I caught the Ronas. Oh wait, hold up. It's out, it's out, it's out. What the heck? Come on now. Don't just play me like that. Boom. Ah. Ew, guys. There's like a bunch of hard gel and... Ugh. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah, these need to come out like yesterday. Okay, what was I saying? Yes, y'all, Rona's got me. I couldn't believe it, man. I could not believe it. I was so distraught when I found out. I wasn't really that distraught. I just was, I don't know, I was a little taken back. Like, ugh, really? Why me? Why now? That's how I felt. I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to talk about this, to be honest. I just... Alright. Camera cut off. Hold up now. Okay, so anyway. Alright, so I've been quarantined for a little over a week. Today is February 4th, and I started feeling symptoms last Wednesday, January 27th. My symptoms only lasted, or I guess the beef of my symptoms, the beef, what the fuck was that? The beef. The flare-up of my symptoms lasted for about like 3 days. I'm a little stuffy in my sinus area. That's why I'm like, I can't tell if I'm like talking loud enough for y'all, because to me, you feel kind of clogged, like your voice is inward. That's how I feel. But yeah, so I feel fine now. I'm actually going to retest on Monday because I have to stay quarantined until the 7th. So I got 3 more days left on this quarantine BS. Yeah, I guess I'll talk about my symptoms. Symptoms. So it started out for me, it started out with like a scratchy throat. I felt like my throat was dry. There we go. My throat wasn't really scratchy. It just felt like my throat was like dry. So at first I didn't think much of it because I do get nasal drip. I forget like the medical term for nasal drip, but basically what it is instead of like the mucus or snot coming out, coming outward, like runny nose and stuff, for me it's inward, or for anyone that has nasal drip, it's inward. So what happens is instead of the snot like running out of my nostrils, it's running down my throat, which is irritating my throat, it's scratching my throat, which causes me to cough abrasively. Yeah, like it can become like quite sore, quite irritated. Like I've had it to where I've had to gargle like some nasty solution because it was irritating my throat too much, to the point where I couldn't stop coughing. The thing in that area would get like really sore and swollen. And yeah, so on Wednesday when I first started feeling that, I didn't think much of it because it wasn't as bad as I've had it before. So I tried to take precautions and take my oregano pills because they're good for sinuses, and I was steam, and I don't know if y'all saw my like Christmas vlog where I was opening gifts, but a friend of mine had bought me some nasal solution stuff, so I was using that. Not as often as I should have been using it, honestly, but once I started feeling it, I was like, okay, well, I know how to combat this, so it's not that big of a deal. I went to school. I had rehearsals and stuff for an upcoming show, that Wednesday, and when I got to school, my body started to ache. And then that's when I started to freak out just a little bit, because I just kept telling myself, like, okay, I am way too familiar with this feeling. Like, if I'm getting a fever, I am going to be pissed. I am going to be so pissed, because don't nobody got time to be getting sick right now. And I was freaking out just a little bit at school, because I'm like, bruh, one, I don't want to go home. Like, I want to stay here. I want to sing. I want to practice. So I tried to ignore it, which was not the responsible thing to do at all. I'll be the first to admit that. If you're feeling sick in any kind of way, do not ignore it like I did. So I'm at school, body's starting to ache, and I wasn't coughing a lot at all, but you could hear it in my voice, like as I'm singing, that there was like some type of irritation going on. Hold up, y'all. I'm like talking, but I'm only on the second lock. Let me take this out and then I'll get back to it. Hold up. Alright, so where was I? I did the irresponsible thing and stayed at school because I just wanted to continue to sing. I wanted to practice. On Wednesdays, I have my studio performance class, and we were singing Best of My Love by The Emotions, and that's a fun song to sing. So I just wanted to stay and sing, do my little doo-wop bop bop or whatever in the studio, because I really enjoy that class. And then there's a Black History show, so my school wants the performance department to put on a show for Black History Month, i.e. it's Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. So we had practice for that, and I didn't want to miss those harmonies, because you know we got a lot of songs that have a lot of harmonies that we need to learn, and the show is at the end of this month, so we don't have that much time, so I didn't want to miss it. Y'all, basically I'm literally just cutting away. Like, I'm just cutting away. Now this one was quite tight, so I'm trying to find like a good opening. There we go. There we go. Okay. We get somewhere. So yeah, I just wanted to stay at school and practice. So I'm trying to fight through what I'm feeling. I'm not telling anybody that I'm feeling kind of feverish. I'm not telling them that I have body aches or any of that. The good thing is I wasn't coughing all crazy that day or whatever. But I'm at rehearsal and my performance coach is like, Brandy, what you getting sick? Something going on with your throat? And I'm like, huh? Me? Huh? What you mean? So she asked me, and I'm like, it's a little, it's just a smidge bit irritated, you know, just a little bit irritated. So she's like, oh, So when we're at school, we have to sing in like these little cubes, these bubbles. That's like, hold up, is the camera, what's going on? There's beta. That's beta. So anyway, so when we're at school, we gotta sing in like these cubicles that separates us. So when we're inside the cubicle, we're allowed to pull our mask down so we can sing more properly. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to push through singing. We don't have to push because we got the mask on. So we're in our cubicles, we have our mask down, and once I told her that I was feeling a bit irritated in the throat-itch area, she was like, oh, pull your mask up, pull that mask up. So I'm like, alright, whatever. At least she can tell me to go home. Granted, it's like the end of the day. I have rehearsals at the end of the day, so Even if she did tell me to go home, I had already been there damn near all day. So rehearsal's over, and she's like, I can't believe you came to school with a irritated throat and blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's not contagious. I get nasal drips, so it's not that big of a deal. Blah 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 blah. So that was that. I go home and I tend to, what really was going on, the achiness. I went and bought some, well, before I actually came home, I went and bought some elderberry drops just to help boost my immune system through this, because I'm thinking, alright, well, I'm going to take care of myself tonight, meaning Wednesday night, and hopefully I'll wake up feeling fine. Y'all, that did not happen at all. I woke up and I felt worse. Like the fever flared up. Now, not only is my entire body achy, but now I'm starting to feel chills. I'm starting to get a headache. I just was not feeling good. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I definitely can't go to school. So I text my performance coach and I'm like, I told her that my body was aching and, you know, I just don't feel good. So I'm going to have to join class through Zoom. She's like, oh shit. Cause to her, she's like, all right, Rona symptoms. But to me, I'm like, you know, I ain't got all the Rona symptoms, so this could just be a fever. Again, I'm trying to stay optimistic about it. I'm like, you know, it's not the Ronas. I probably just need to rest. I just need to rest. I just need to drink some fluids, take these elderberry drops, and I'll be back at it, right? As Thursday is going on, let me just schedule a test just to ease my mind. I'm still being optimistic about it though. I'm like, you know, I don't got the Ronas, 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 ate me, I don't got the Ronas. Like, I'm really trying to be optimistic about it. So I go on, schedule my test for the next available slot was the next day, which was Friday. Friday comes around. My fever is actually finally starting to go down just a little bit. I still have like body aches, but I wasn't as hot as I was the past 2 days. And hold up, something's getting tangled. Come on now. We were doing good. Let me find my braid. Here's my braid. Pull that bad boy out. Cut that. So fast forward to Sunday, my fever went down. The body aches weren't there anymore, but I did have like a lingering headache. So I'm like, bruh, I never have headaches that last for days like this. So I started freaking out about that because I'm like, I'm thinking of all crazy things that I'm not even thinking it's, you know, corona that's giving me this lingering headache. I'm thinking, what if I have a tumor? What if I have like a migraine? What if, like, I am thinking the most craziest things. I had this headache since Wednesday, since I started feeling symptoms, and it still didn't go away. Even after my fever went down, this headache did not go away. My test results came in and I'm like kind of nervous to look at them. But I look at them and the shit said positive, y'all. Positive. 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 I was just like, I had no words. I was speechless. I was just like, oh my God, like, what? No way. And excuse my language, y'all, but like, no way. Me? Positive for the Ronas? Come on. God, why? Now I really have to quarantine. Like, I really have to quarantine, be by myself, and just wait until this, like, until I'm like, my body is shedding the virus. Now I have to contact my school. And I think this is with any like facility, school, work, any of that, like if you get infected, then you have to let, you know, the people around you know. You gotta let your job know. You gotta let your school know. The first person I text was my vocal coach. The second person was my mom. It was because I was just sad. I was like, I need to tell my mama. So I let the school know. Whenever anyone at my school gets affected, then they basically tell everyone that either was in the class with that person or may have been in contact with that person to stay home for a week. So the school goes back into quarantine mode once anyone gets sick. So now I'm the reason why everyone has to join Zoom online. Of course, the only people at school that know that I was affected are the instructors. So now everyone has to take classes online. Yeah, I kind of like abruptly stopped, but that's pretty much how it ended. So yeah, I'm just, you know, I don't know. I guess I'm saying this to say that Corona is still out here. It is still very much infecting people. Um, Thank God I had mild symptoms and they only lasted about, well, the flare-up of those symptoms lasted about 3 days, 4 days. Well, my headache lasted about 4 days, 4.5 days. But like the fever, that lasted about 3 days. But yeah, y'all, Rona is still out here. Oh, I don't know if this is just a Georgia thing or if all states do this, but like some lady from Georgia's Board of Health had called me. Apparently she knows, or she knew, the government be watching. They knew that I took a test and I tested positive. So she's calling me to like ask me questions about like my symptoms and making sure that I know I need to quarantine until a certain time. All this stuff. She said that she was going to contact anyone that I was in contact with, so that meant getting in contact with my school, my housemate. I didn't know that someone from the Board of Health would actually be doing that stuff anyway on my behalf. So I thought that was quite crazy. Like, she really called me and asked me, was I experiencing fever symptoms? Was I experiencing diarrhea and headache and cough and just all this stuff? Like, she asked me if I lost any of my senses, like my sense of smell and taste. Thank goodness I didn't. That's also why I was like so optimistic about it, because anyone that I know that was affected has said that they lost their sense of smell and taste. And because I didn't, I was just like, okay, well maybe it's not Rona's. It was, y'all. I just was one of the lucky ones that didn't lose smell and taste. Thank goodness. Yeah, I just thought that was crazy. I was like, dang, I didn't even know that they would like do all of that on my behalf. Like, is it just Georgia or does all states have to do that? Like, dang. At first I was like, is this like a scam or something? Like, someone from the Board of Health is calling me? That's what happened, y'all. Coronas is still out here infecting people. So be safe, wear y'all mask, wash your hands. There was a time I thought that I had already caught Ronas. Like, before this whole pandemic even like broke out, before this even happened, I was like really sick around this time last year. And I couldn't remember the last time I've been that sick. Like, when I say I usually get sick around this time, it's usually like a cold or my allergies will flare up or I'll get the nasal drip thing. Y'all, I was like sick, even more sick than like now with me having Ronas. Last year around this time, I was more sick. You know, Ronas wasn't that big of a thing around that time, so I didn't think to go get tested for anything, or I should have went to the hospital as sick as I was, but I didn't. I kind of just like toughened it out. Then Ronas broke out. It became national news, and now we're in the pandemic and everyone has to quarantine. I'm like, oh my God, what if I was sick with the Ronas? So for the longest, I thought that I had already been infected. So I thought that, you know, I couldn't catch it again. At first, I was not being 100% safe when it came to like making sure I wore my mask and stuff like that. Unless it was required, I would wear a mask. But then, as the pandemic went on, I was just like, okay, you know, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna wear my mask. So I started wearing my mask more often, but like I was still going out and stuff. And if I was like at a club or something, then I wouldn't have my mask on the entire time. So that's what I mean by like I wasn't being 100% safe. Lesson learned. No matter where I'm at, I am putting a mask on. I don't care if I'm in the house at a game night and no one in there has a mask on. I'm wearing my mask, okay? That's my story. Corona's got me, y'all. And I still can't believe it. Like, damn, I really tested positive. And I can't go retest until my quarantine time is done. And if I test negative, then I can go back into society. Meaning, I can go back to school. That's pretty much all I'm going to be doing is going to school. I'm supposed to be moving. Well, I am moving at the end of March. So I actually need to go apartment hunting. Because it's February now, so I don't want to wait till the last minute. So I planned on doing it like this week, but I can't because, you know, I have to quarantine. So I'm a week behind on my apartment hunt, but that's okay. It'll all work out. Yeah, so that's what happened. That's me catching Ronas. I'm gonna go ahead and take out some more locks, and I'll be back. I am on my last lock. My battery died on me, so I was gonna like take the rest out with y'all, but I had to charge my battery, so that didn't happen. Y'all, I can't wait to wash my hair. Like, my scalp is so nasty. I scratched the front of my scalp a little bit just so I can see like how much dandruff I got going on, and woo child. I only scratched the front of my scalp and snow, man. It was just snow falling down. I know that probably sounds disgusting, but yeah, it was disgusting. I also got like built up gel at the top of my braids, so I really need to wash my hair. I'm going to use my my pre-poo from Cream of Nature. I do have a video on that, which I'll link so you guys can check it out. But yeah, I'm definitely going to use my pre-poo to help pick up some of this buildup and dandruff and stuff before I actually go in and shampoo my hair. But she's done. So obviously I need to take these braids out. But I'm not going to do that on camera with y'all. Thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for sticking with me. And I will see y'all in my next video. Oh, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to me, of course. How did I almost forget? It's the braids. I gotta take the braids out, that's why. Thanks for watching this video, y'all. And I will see y'all in my next video. At least my hair don't stink.